I unmuted the wrong thing. Hello! I am doing an art stream. My friend said that he would be interested in seeing, like, I said I like would be interested in doing a whole stream about how I draw eyes, and my friend was like, you should most definitely do that. So that might be helpful. Oh, I should make sure I have this stream muted. Okay. Anyway. So display main, there we are. Hello. Okay. So I didn't join the Zoom. I didn't join the Zoom. I'm so smart and not forgetful in any way whatsoever. Not me. Not I. Goodness. Okay. Lunch meeting. Okay. Alright, so full screen. Let me pull up chat. Okay. Now, let me pull up chat, like I said. That way I can actually see. Okay. Hello! Okay. I noticed that Benny is not here. Excuse me, I'm sharing my screen. Am I not? I am not. I'm so smart. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. There we are. We good? I think we're good. I don't want to miss a Discord message in case anyone... Anyway. Okay. So, I'm gonna go to this just because, and then do this. Okay. Let me get my more sketchy type brush. I already have that on. Cool. Okay. So, Benny, good, you're here. Something to keep in mind is that eyes are three-dimensional. This is something... Okay, this is a good enough circle. So, let's say the iris is here, and then something else to keep in mind about the eye being 3D is not only is it a sphere, but the pupil itself is also in. So take sort of like if we go directly to the side, let's say right here is where the pupil is. Sorry, the iris is. If you draw like a cone going in, the pupil will be like here. I don't know the exact specifics of it. Point is, it's in a bit compared to the rest of the eye. Well, it's because you kind of advocated for this stream. All right. So something to keep in mind with eyelids is it has to go around the sphere itself. So from the side, it'll be more of like an angular thing. Directly from the front, it will be more of like a this type thing. Just because of the way the shapes work, like you have to think of it all as kind of 3D. And like, right, this should be about the same. This line right here should kind of line up like horizontally across the 3D shape if you divide it. It's kind of like that. But yeah, eyes. Hello. Yes. I figured I could do that while I'm waiting for you or Ray to come back to Faz. I don't know. I didn't really see a response yet. I have 5 emails, but I didn't check any of them. Hello, hello. Alright. When it comes to drawing eyes on a person, let's just draw a quick head here. Just go this. Bonk head. You know what? We'll do a less realistic head. We can just do a more cartoony one here. Okay, head. So something to keep in mind is here. Let me take that opacity down a bit. It's going to like everything's gonna line up with the curve of the face. Generally, the top of the eye will curve up and the bottom curve down. Oh. Oh, I thought okay, for a second I thought you meant this zoom meaning. I was like, what? Hello? Like, let's say the middle of the eye is about there, top of the eye is here. They will always be the same height, unless it's, like, well, like, even with the head turning, it wouldn't necessarily change the height. So here I will draw same head from a different angle. Let's say here. Alright. So let's say this is the same head. It will just here. Actually, no, ears are more complicated to measure, so I'm not gonna get into that. I know it's not perfect, but oh, okay, I'm thinking kind of like that. This isn't the proportions of the eyes exactly. Let's squish this together a bit more. Okay. I'm just doing like different angles of the head here, so I can show you what I mean. All right, so let's do one rotated this way. Okay, so essentially like this. I don't know. Heads are weird. There's more. This is very simplified. There's more here than how I draw it. Let's just do that. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Nope. Try that again. All right. So I know this isn't exactly proportional, but whatever. That is rotating. Okay. So let's turn the opacity for that down too. Let's just say from the front, eyes. Wait, I generally think it helps if you draw one part of the eye and then draw the exact same part on the other side. It's advice I heard once and it helps a lot. You want the heights to remain the same, so that's why I put these guidelines down here. I know it's not perfect, it's gonna be very rough, but well, thank you. Alright, Cloud, I'm not sure how long this will be going for, but okay. So as you can see from over here, it'll be a bit more, since we're getting more on the side, it'll be a lot more angular looking. Well, here's a lot more, not smooth, but like, you'll be seeing a lot more of this area than you would this area. See a lot more of this than you'll see this. So it'll be kind of more angular coming out this way. See what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but also, like I said, eyes are 3D. They will kind of come out a bit, but yeah. I don't know if this isn't like perfect, but still. Um, and then here it'll be, like I said, it's, you also have to keep in mind that this here, this is skin, and it will sort of connect up to like the rest of your skin on your face, which is ugh, but still, it's yeah. This head shape's bothering me a lot, but whatever. Um, yeah. Does that make sense? Like it's likes to be more like this, but it really depends how stylized you're going. I don't do particularly realistic drawing at this point, but um the thing I was saying earlier, you don't want to make this eye smaller. That isn't how perspective works when it comes to just rotating sidewise. Like you might think, oh, go smaller um because it's not seen as much, but that doesn't quite work because like if we look at that from the front, you'd see like this isn't quite correct. Um, what was I saying about the angles? If you're seeing it more from the front, it'll be a much more rounded look. If you're seeing it from the side, it'll be much more of an angular look, just because of the way perspective would work with like this shape going around a sphere. Um, and then say we're drawing in. I can show you like different eye styles that I do. Let's say that's not right. Let's try that again. Let's just say let's do different ways of looking. Not that way. This head shape is bothering me so much. Can we make this eye a bit bigger? Whatever, that's good enough. Let's have them looking straight ahead. So like I said, this will be the best way to demonstrate the 3D part of the eye, because the eye goes in. I know this isn't very accurate, this is just very quickly thrown together, but like it is a 3D shape. Keep in mind it's like a cone going inward that gets sort of cut off. It gives a much more 3D appearance. Um, and I have different styles when it comes to drawing eyes for different things. For example, right here, I recommend not using pure white on the eye, but that makes it then so when you do use pure white, the eye will, like that white will pop out more. Like if you look at these here, let's look at dubs. You might think, oh, this color right here, white, but it's actually yellow. Um, and this color here for Maxwell, you might think, oh, white, but no, orange. And for Tyler, his eyes are just yellow, so um something to keep in mind, not every animal's eye will work the exact same way as a person's eye. Like from the side, a person's eye will kind of look like this, but this isn't a typical person's eye. So I was thinking it's more of like a sort of a cat's eye, and I have no idea how those work, if I'm being honest. Like, different animals' eyes have different shapes, so, like, if you're going for an animal that's not a person, the 3D trick may not work perfectly. Like, for example, Tyler, I don't do that 3D thing with, because I just don't think his eyes would do that with the type of eyes his are. Um, I didn't really do it with max spells or dubs here, but I mean, I think I tried to, but it just it doesn't work as you can't notice it as much if it's like a smaller on a drawing. Um, yeah. Um, when it comes to coloring styles, here, let's turn this off. When it comes to coloring styles, let's get my normal brush in here. Um, let's just say I'm gonna use. We'll just use this color right here in the background. This right here as the eye color. Um, so when it comes to my Singing Monsters things, I do it in different ways sometimes. I can show you how I do it now. How I do it now, let's just say this is the eye. Pretend it's connected. There we go. This is the eye. Perfect circle. Nothing wrong with this circle at all. Let's say this is the iris. My Singing Monsters often does like a how do I do this? Maybe it's like this, and then sometimes there will be this. A lot of times there will then be like a white shine going over it. Um, and here, let's get the color. Let's say this is a red eye. I can show you how I actually do like shading on eyes then. Um, but say I like to do my eye highlights on the bottom because of the cone shape, the part that would be reflecting the light from above would be down here. This down here would be reflecting light from below. So it just makes more sense to me if I do the highlight on the bottom of the eye. Right, my Singing Monsters has it like different. Sometimes my Singing Monsters will do this and then have like a circle like that. But I usually do the highlight and shadow as the circles. So it'll kind of be more like this. That's how I do eyes typically, if like not considering shading. Oh, we love that. Could you invite me to that server? I just want to see that reaction. And then like reply to the image. I don't usually join servers, but I just want to see that reaction. I think my mom just left for work. Okay. So when it comes to shading, I'm just gonna do an eye like this quick. Okay. So let's say again, this is the eye white, the background color here. Oh, oh wait, I needed to, here, let's. Doing the eyes like this can sort of hint at what angle the head is turned toward as well. I want to see this so badly. So it really depends where your light source is coming from, but I often like to do here, I want to get these colors down here. Oh, oops. Okay. So I like to do it as like the darkness is up here, like the shadows up here. Just because of this. Here, if I get close to the camera, like this goes in here, like its faces just go in under the eyebrow, into the eye socket. So that part I just think would be a bit darker. And also the eyelid itself is 3D. I don't usually incorporate the 3D part of the eyelid into my drawings, but if you're doing more realistic stuff, maybe that's what you'd want to do. And also I just think it just looks better, but it's really a preference thing on how you do it. I like to do shading from top. If you want to really like lean into the 3D, okay, here's what I will typically do. But if you want to really lean into the 3D, you can have light sort of bend inward toward that part of the eye. Like I said, I like to put the eye shine toward the bottom. Yeah, but like I said, preference thing. So if you're someone who would like to shade it from the bottom, or if your light is like very much coming from above, then I didn't mean to zoom out. Then you'd probably want shine to okay, because of the 3D-ness of this, it really be both of these would equally make sense. Like you could do that because the shine's coming from above, but I like to keep the shadow down here just to emphasize that it's darker at the bottom, and then shine up here. Some people prefer the shine like over this way, which also works perfectly fine. It really just depends what you're feeling, what the lighting's doing. Um, please. Oh. That's interesting. And then different eye shapes can convey different emotions for the character. Like ignoring, like, for example, how Tyler is very chill and he has like the half-lidded look. Like for example, that's a Tyler eye. But like different, just like eye shapes, just in the natural position, can show things about characters. Like, let me look at the group chat to make sure. Night, love you, see you tomorrow. Make sure I'm not missing any messages. Ah. I should turn notifications back on for this. Okay. I'm gonna unmute this. Okay. I mean, anyway, something that can help indicate that this is not the natural state of the eye, this is like half lidded and not fully open, is you can show the lid line up top. Not like you can also use that as an advantage to like show the 3D aspect of a drawing. Like for example, if we would take do this like this, I can finish this up if Knight wants to play Phas with me. Wait, come on. Alright. Okay. You can use the lids to sort of show where the like which way the character is facing, because this is more where shadow would be in real life. This is gonna end very soon, because I don't really have a whole lot more to say, and also I want to play Phasmophobia. But anyway, eye shapes, like I said, can show a lot about a character. But for example, if you have a more aggressive character or a more animalistic character or a more this eye shape can have numerous meanings, but for example, my character Dubs is a lot more, I guess, animalistic, I'll just say. So his eye is kind of like a cat eye shape. I just spit on my screen. Um, However, this can also be seen as like the traditionally feminine type shape of an eye. Um, I don't really use it like that. Right here, like I said about Tyler, this eye shape can be used to show that he's very chill because he has an often lidded eye. And that's just his natural state, basically. While Maxwell's is much more like wide to show that he's a lot more like, I guess, scared, anxious, like constantly worried. So like different eye shapes uh can like show different character traits. Um, if they're leaned inward, it can also look more aggressive, um, because that's the way the eyebrow goes in. If, for example, if we look at Rose Quartz, we can see the opposite, where her eyes go out this way. By the way, I'm using this is like the right eye, so like nose, 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 you know. So like Rose Quartz, she's a very sad character. Um, um, and a more extreme example of that is Fluttershy from My Little Pony. She has very naturally sad looking eyes. So like, yeah, you can tell she's a lot more timid, shy. um, and this eye, like I said, can also be used very traditionally femininely. Rarity from My Little Pony, they have good eye examples, is that shape. And have the eyeliner. I don't know if she does or not, but it's been too long since I've seen the show. But you can show that they're more of a feminine type character. A lot of masculine type characters have very squared eyes for some reason. Um, because this is traditionally masculine for some reason. Gender roles, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, eye shapes can communicate many different things. Um, so obviously, I'm not going to go over like happy face or this or this, but like those are very obvious. Eyelids can show emotions, especially when combined with eyebrows. But this isn't about them. So that's everything pretty much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If not, that's totally fine. But if you'd be interested in more of these little draw class type things, oops, I turned the chat off on the screen. If you're interested in more of these like draw class type things, let me know. I hope you have a lovely day. And I hope to see you again in the future. Goodbye.